Hello, my friends. I am live. 2:34, 4 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Today's been one of those days. So if you're here with me, I'm going to check on my phone just to make sure that I am actually live in the group. And if you are here with me, please say hello in the comments section. Sometimes Facebook doesn't always show me exactly how many people are on live with me. So let me get in here and open up the comments. Yes. Okay, perfect. I'm going to keep this in front of me so I could see comments, but we don't need to hear me. So let me lower my volume. Okay. So here we are today for Intuitive Eating Wednesday live training. So what are we talking about today? So before we even get started, what I always like to do when we start our lives is to welcome our new members. We are consistently having new members join. We are happy to have you here. If you're here, it means that you're tired of dieting. If you're here, it means that you really want to work on cultivating a healthier relationship with food and your body. And to do that, we stop dieting and we learn to trust our inner signals. Now, that is not an easy journey. I don't mean to make it sound like it is, but there is a process, a step-by-step process that I walk my clients through. So for those of you who I am new to you, again, welcome. And I help chronic dieters, specifically women, although you'd be surprised there are some men as well that are struggling with dieting. And I help them as well. I help you stop dieting and regain trust in yourself, regain trust with food so that eating is easy, eating is enjoyable, and it's nourishing to your body and your mind. And I do this through a process known as intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is an eating philosophy built within a self-care framework. And in a nutshell, it's eating when you are physiologically, based on your physiological signals, hunger and fullness, not situations you're in, and not emotions you might be feeling. And so that brings up to us to the topic of today. And that topic is it's the holiday time, right? So last week I spoke about mistakes that one often makes during the holidays in regards to their eating. And today I want to highlight very specific challenges and pain points. Now, I created this as an event. We had a little chat going, and several of you did submit some of your challenges. So thank you for doing that. I will address those as well. So we know that, holidays are the best time, but they also come with quite a bit of stress and anxiety. And I think that, I would say both. If you're new to intuitive eating, and even if you've been practicing intuitive eating for a while, there are definitely stressors that happen. And like especially if you're new, like if you're new to intuitive eating and that whole, like, think of it this way, like when you're dieting and the holidays come, how many of you say, oh, I'll just start again in January, or I'm just going to eat and enjoy the holidays and I'm not going to worry about it? Or you say that, but then it doesn't pan out and then you feel guilty and you feel upset and ashamed, right? It's like, it's never a fun cycle. So the stressors and or the pain points of people may look different. Like it looks different for everybody, right? So again, if you're just embarking on this journey, you may be like floundering, like, so what do I do? I'm not dieting. So does that mean I eat everything? And if you are on this journey for a while, always remember that little sneaky diet mentality voice can pop up. And so how do we manage it? So the very first pain point or challenge that I want to highlight for you is all about family interactions. So, and again, if you're here with me, comment that you're here and certainly answer certain questions as I pose them throughout today's live training. And if you're on replay, hashtag replay, and you can do the same. Okay, so more family interactions, right? So it's holiday time, and that's family time. And while we love family, the truth is that seeing family, either close or like long lost family members who you get together for the holidays, whichever one it is, can often bring up varying emotions, right? Sometimes positive emotions, but also sometimes not so positive emotions. And sometimes those emotions or those interactions can lead you to turn to food, maybe even for comfort or to deal. But more specifically, what I hear quite a bit is that with more family interactions, your worry is someone going to bring up about my weight? I haven't seen them since last Christmas. And what are they going to say? They're going to think I'm bigger than I was. And it's like all of that judgment, right? Like you're worried about the judgment of others, of what they're going to say about your body. And will there be comments about what you're eating? If that resonates with you, if this pain point resonates with you, please post a comment. I know that for many people who do fear that, right, it can definitely put a snag, if you will, in your intuitive eating journey and the progress that you've made thus far. And so the question for you to think about is, how can I handle these types of uncomfortable interactions with family members without damaging my relationships, right? But also maintaining my self care, my intuitive eating self care practices. And the answer to that is setting boundaries. Before those family get togethers, it is absolutely within your right to set boundaries of what you want to have conversation around, so that you call up your family members or you send out an email or whatever it might be. And especially, I mean, if you're close with somebody, it's easier to have that conversation than if you really see this, uncle once a year. But I'll tell you how to handle that uncle as well. But if it's closer people, then absolutely give a call, send a text, send an email in advance of the get together, and setting that in, and set that boundary that you are requesting no diet talk or weight comments at the holiday get together. And you could share that you are working on changing your relationship with food, and those comments absolutely trigger you. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. Do you feel confident that you can go ahead and set those boundaries? Let me know. The second pain point is around the diet talk and weight talk that may not have anything to do with you, but it's just the talk of the table, right? Like, have you ever been at a meal and people are like, oh, I really shouldn't be eating this, but I'm just going to enjoy, or I can't believe I just ate that, or any such comments, right? I'm sure you have. Please let me know in the comments. The truth is, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is really talking about diets. The one they're on, the one they aren't on, the one they should be on, the one they're going on, and what might be quote unquote working for them, what's not working for them. And it can get a lot. It can just become a lot, right? Like, it is without a doubt going to put a damper on the progress you're making. Or again, if you're starting this journey, it's going to put you into question, right? Like, is this the right thing for me or not? Especially if everybody's going on a diet January 1st. Should I maybe do that? Is that diet going to be the one? So here's the thing. How do I handle these conversations? Again, different from the first pain point. The first pain point were comments about you yourself, your body, what you're eating, what you're not eating. Even the comments like, oh, wow, you're being so good. No, those can be triggering. This pain point is just conversation in general that is surrounding diets and weight loss and weight gain, etc. How you handle that is, again, go back to the answer I gave you about boundaries. It is important to set boundaries. Even in that moment, you can stop the conversation and set a boundary. Hey guys, it's so great to see everybody. Can we agree not to have any conversations around dieting and weight talk? It's the holiday. Let's enjoy each other. The other thing you can do is have conversation changers. So if that conversation is going where you don't want it to go, just have a few conversation topics that you can insert. So if everybody's yapping about the latest diet they're going to start in the new year, you might just you may just kind of interject and say, hey guys, did you see the latest movie ... Or, oh my God, I just read the best book. Or, oh, did you hear about anything like that? Have a couple of those things in your back pocket and change the conversation just like that. Okay. So that's the second pain point I wanted to address. The third pain point that I want to address is having more foods around the house than normally you would. Now, in our chat, and I did jot this down, I think Lori put a comment when I asked about the challenges, and she says that foods are in the house. A lot more foods are in the house, especially foods that are only available during the holiday time, right? So, yes, absolutely, 100%. There are traditional holiday foods, and the food is gonna be in the house, and of course we want them to be in the house, right? It's all about memories and tradition and things like that. So this is where intuitive eating and the principles and the concepts of intuitive eating really will help you out. One in particular that we know of as unconditional permission to eat. It is a core characteristic of an intuitive eater. If you provide yourself with unconditional permission to eat, so you do not have conditions on those foods, such as I'll eat this now and I'll exercise more later, that's a condition of a dieter, then you will see those foods will lose their power. You will enjoy them, but you will not feel the need to. Oh my God, I got to get it in now. Got to get it in now because I won't be able to eat it again. So that is always a little more difficult, absolutely, when there are certain foods that are only holiday foods. I think Lori even indicated like the Costco Christmas cookies and things like that. But think about it like this. When you eat those Christmas cookies in a fast way without savoring it is when you end up binge eating on it and further losing trust in yourself. But if you remind yourself that I have permission to eat whatever I want, and you really choose to sit and eat that food, that cookie mindfully, you're not going to continuously need to eat it. And you know that they will be available throughout the entire holiday season. Now, this is not so easy to do, so I have full compassion if this is a hard concept for you. It is exactly what I work on with my clients in my Whole Body Trust program. If you want to learn more, just DM me. We'll talk about it. But I know you can do this, okay? It's a reframe. The mindset is what we're working on first and foremost when we're looking at changing our relationship with food. It's not about our actions. Our actions are absolutely impacted by the feelings. The feelings are impacted by the thoughts. The thoughts are impacted by our beliefs. So change those beliefs and you will see your actions change. Okay. Number, I think 4 in terms of biggest pain point. And again, if you're here with me, come on and say hello. Just put a hello in the comments so I know you're here. And if you're on replay, hashtag replay, comment on everything and anything that I'm saying. Okay. So the next pain point is all those big family dinners, all those parties, all those social events. Your calendar is busting. And as we know, there's food at every one of these events, right? So that can be quite a bit scary, quote unquote scary, for those of you who are learning to stop dieting and who are learning to trust themselves with food. So whether it be fear of judgment from others, right? Family members, friends, or perhaps your own fear that you will overindulge in all of these foods, right? Keep in mind that it takes away from the enjoyment of the holiday season, right? This is supposed to be a very fun, enjoyable time. And so how do you, quote unquote, not overindulge? Well, I should have put the overindulge in quotes. How do you not overindulge at all of these parties? Well, when you stay connected to your inner cues, it is so much easier. Now, the question is, okay, buddy, I get it, but I don't hear my inner cues, and I get that too. If you've been dieting for so long, the diets disconnect you from those inner cues. And guess what? The intuitive eating journey reconnects you. It connects you back. And at first, your hunger fullness meter, you know, that meter inside your gut, yes, it's for lack of a better word, not working up to par. I was going to say broken, but I don't like that word. So it's not working up to par. But with time, you will heal your hunger fullness meter. And with time, you will be able to reconnect and trust. So have compassion for yourself. Really, really like remind yourself that this is a very, you know, meaningful time of year with no matter what holiday you celebrate. So let's kind of dial down the stress around food and start to just start to trust yourself around it. Again, I know easier said than done. Um, Now, other common solutions that I want to be sure to mention to help you. Oh, actually, before I do that, I wrote it here also. Gail says there's a lot of rich foods around. Karen, chocolate and candy. Kim, desserts. So they all fall into that category of fun foods, right? And it sounds to me when I ask you what's your biggest challenges and you're noting it as all these foods, that these are quote unquote forbidden foods in your mind. That is understandable if you're coming from a history of dieting where you've had those lists of good and bad, right? And likely these foods were on the bad list. So that's the first thing. We've got to get them off that list. Again, I know not so easy. Like a lot of the things that I'm saying and a lot of things you read intellectually makes a lot of sense, but to put it into practice and to integrate it into your life, I get it. It's sometimes hard and it is important for you to get the support through that journey. So again, ladies, all of those things that you mentioned in terms of what your biggest challenges are, try to neutralize those foods, take them off the food pedestal, and you'll see how that will change for you. So another couple of points that I definitely want to mention, is promise yourself you're not going on a diet in January, right? Because here's the thing, like when you're in November, December, and you like, I'm just enjoying the holiday, and you don't necessarily say, I'm going to start a diet on January 1st. But if that is your belief system, it's in your subconscious, your actions are going to follow suit because our subconscious drives up to 97% of our actions. So that is what's going to happen. So promise yourself that no matter what, you will not go on a diet in January. You are here in my Facebook group because you are committed to stop dieting. You're committed to learn to become an intuitive eater again. I say again because you were born an intuitive eater. And so even if you're not there yet, even if you're struggling, even if you are bumping into obstacles, even if you're just starting the journey and stuff, just starting to learn about what this is even, intuitive eating, promise yourself, have a commitment that you will be living a diet-free life. How to get there? I can help you with that. Let me know if you want me to do that. DM me. I love to be in the DMs getting to know you, so please do not, feel like, oh, maybe I should DM her. Absolutely DM me, okay? Okay, so vow not to go on a diet, and in January, I said earlier, providing yourself unconditional permission to eat. Eat the foods that truly bring you pleasure and joy. Get rid of that side dish called guilt. We do not need it. And learn to stay in tune with those hunger and fullness signals. Again, even if right now you don't hear them or you don't trust them, over time, I promise you, you will. This is a journey that does require support, ladies, and you do not need to go it alone. And so I do have a coaching program, Whole Body Trust. If you are interested to learn more, just DM me and we'll talk about it and see if it's a right fit for you. Otherwise, I do want to wish you the best holiday season. We have Thanksgiving coming up next week if you're in the U.S. I do hope to come in live on Wednesday to give you some more strength. I'll announce it in the Facebook group. I just have to really see how my client's schedule is running on Wednesday, but I will try to jump in here, even if it's for a few minutes, to give you a couple of extra pre-Thanksgiving pointers. And every Wednesday thereafter is Intuitive Eating Wednesday. So please comment in the comments section. Let me know what resonated with you. Let me know what follow-up questions you have. And have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will see you